Greetings and welcome to another installment of Twin Flame Success Stories, where I show you that somebody figured it out. Somebody's got answers how to get the running and chasing with your twin flame to stop for good. And guys, I met my twin flame. I went through the whole thing, you guys, and it was not easy because, back then there really wasn't any seemingly good information about what to do. I kind of had to just figure it all out on my own. And I've helped over 7,000 twin flames, you guys. I'm going to share with you testimonials today. People that are with their twin flame, they're married, they're living together. There's always new people leaving comments on my YouTube channel. And I don't do this video series to brag. I think you want to make sure that you're doing this the right way, right? There's a lot of people giving you advice on the internet, and there's hundreds of different ideas about what you're supposed to do, and you don't know if any of this shit's going to work. How do you know who's got the right answer? Look to see who's got the proof, guys. Who's helped more twin flames than anybody? And the thing is, again, I'm not sorry, guys. Proof matters. I don't do these videos to brag. Proof is important. It really is, guys. And when you look at what I say about twin flames, you're going to know it's got to be the right answer. Of course it works. Because the things that I teach people about twin flames are a radical departure from what you're going to get on average on the internet. So let's get right into this. I'm going to blast through these testimonials, and then we'll come back around. We'll circle back around and hit some of the teachings. I'll give you some free resources. Also, if you're new here, some of the things that some of these people say, by the way, might not make a lot of sense to you without context. So we'll do that. We'll do the teachings, and then we'll come back, or I'm sorry, we'll do the testimonials, and then we'll come back and I'll get into the teachings. And maybe some of the things that these people are saying are going to make a little bit more sense to you. If they don't from the get-go, this person here, real simple. They just said, I followed your coaching and I'm with my twin flame. Well, thank you. Short and to the point. I appreciate that. And this is a recent video, maybe about a month ago. I haven't shared this one yet. This one here is from another recent, only about a week ago, coaching video. So this is one of my coaching videos. And in this one, I explain, yeah, you don't have to be with your twin flame. You can, but you might actually not want them. And that's one of the myths about twin flames online, is that you're meant to be together and you have to. And if you don't want to be with your twin flame, you're not a twin flame. Yeah, that's BS. Now, I'm assuming most of you watching, you will want to be with your twin flame, and you can. But here's the thing, you get a choice. You get a choice. So we'll come back to that later. Let's do these testimonials. Onyx Opus says, this guy is the real deal. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. He's right. I let go completely and gave it up to God last night and surrendered. Right? Tried my best, closest that I've ever gotten. And DM reached out for the first time in 5 months. By the way, Onyx, if you're watching, that's what I call the twin flame detaching test, where one day you get out of bed and you're just like, heck with it. I'm done. I don't hate them. I don't love them. I'm just done. I'm moving on. And you let them go. And you really do. You feel like you're really done. And then immediately they contact you. Right? That happens a lot, you guys. Now, why is that? Because you guys are the same soul. That's what everybody says about twin flames. You guys are the same soul. And it's true. You are the same soul. The mind is what focuses on an outcome and wants the outside world to be different. And that works really good for soulmates. And that's usually the kind of advice that you're going to get online about twin flames. It's all outcome based, healing, doing the mirror exercise, trying to get some kind of a result. And I'm over here going, stop trying to get a result and you will. It's the twin flame paradox. You guys, the soul does not care about outcomes. It doesn't care about achieving something, getting into union, none of that. And by the way, the soul is both of you. And letting go of the outcome and surrendering and kind of choosing that it doesn't matter if you're with them or not, that's when they come back, guys. That's when they come back. That's what works, guys. We'll get more deeply into the teachings in a little bit. I want to get through the rest of these testimonials. This one here from about a month ago. This video, and by the way, I pinned these testimonials to the top of all of these YouTube videos. I've got more, by the way, too. I don't want to forget to mention this if you're new here. We'll come back to this. This is student interviews that I've done, people that are married to their twin flame, they're living together. And I got tons, guys. The rest of these videos here are a lot like the one that you're watching right now. But we'll come back to these. I got tons, guys. Tons and tons. Most people, though, they just leave a comment on one of my YouTube videos. That's like kind of their comfort level. Most people do not want to go on YouTube in front of the whole world and go, I met my twin flame, right? Most people like their privacy. And if that's you, if you're one of my students, leave a comment. I'd love it. Go ahead, leave a comment. That's good. That's great. I'm not even his student, so this person is just watching my free content, and my twin is back. There's no toxicity anymore. We're cool. Yeah. Yep. You could just watch my free coaching content. That's this here. We'll come back to this. Now, the paid stuff, obviously, it's going to get you a lot further, but even this guy got some kind of a result. Just watching my free stuff, guys, because again, I'm telling you to do this a lot differently than everybody else does. Everybody else, all the advice that they're giving you is keeping you focused on your twin flame, right? Healing, doing the mirror exercise. What are they mirroring in me? I got to figure out what my mission is or whatever, right? You're doing all of this stuff to get your twin flame to come back. I'm telling you, stop. You are them. You got to go beyond the mind. The mind is what wants an outcome. Remember your body, mind, soul, right? The mind is what's doing all that stuff. The mind is what says, I got to do healing and do some things, take some steps, take some actions to get a result. I'm telling you, don't do that. Go within. You are your twin flame. You don't need to do anything about the outside world. You don't need to do anything about them. You don't need to do anything about the mind, even. Healing is fine. There's no problem doing healing, you guys. This one, this one here, this is funny. I just wanted to bust this myth. You know, some people, there's a lot of people on the internet who think they met their twin flame, right? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And this is just my way of busting that myth, this video here. It's sad. It's really sad, guys. There's people that are obsessed and they need to move on. They're not experiencing any kind of a spiritual awakening at all. Anyway, this person here, they just feel better. You know, they didn't say anything about their twin flame, but I wanted to share this with you, you guys, because this is the real point of meeting your twin flame. And I'm not necessarily talking about, oh, I get it. You got to let the person go and live your best life. Don't focus on your twin flame. Focus on yourself and live your best life. Yeah, well, yeah, that'll probably happen. But why that would be happening? Being, aligning with your soul, guys. Again, we're going to go into the teachings. If none of this is making sense to you right now, just go with me. I'll get into it. But to say, oh, I need to let go of them and then just go live my best life is a contrivance because you're doing that thinking that your twin flame is going to come back. That's putting the cart before the horse. What I'm telling you is be life first. Okay, the soul. And then everything outside, it'll just fall into place, including your twin. And that's exactly what this person is talking about. And yeah, there is a group coaching call. There's two in my paid coaching program. There's one, it's the main coaching call. We do two of those a week called The True Spiritual Journey. You're not allowed to talk about your twin flame. because you don't need to. All you need to do is go within the true spiritual journey and they come back. You don't need to do anything about them. You don't need to talk about them. However, I do have another call group where you can talk about your twin flame. It's just, I try to encourage you not to, but you can. You can talk about your twin flame in my program. You can. Just, you have to do the alternative call group to do it. And that's my way of getting you to kind of let the person go. And it's a small group. Like usually we'll get maybe 3 people in there on any given day. But the big call group where you can't talk about your twin flame, there could be 20 or 30 people in there at any given time. And that's the way it should be. You should be focusing on your ascension, not the person. You don't need to do anything about the person, guys. This one here is a card reading from about a month ago. Connie, people, listen to Kurt. He knows what he's talking about. My twin flame is with me all the time. It never left me. And this person also just kind of watched the free stuff. Good for you. Good for you, guys. Um, I love that. I get stuff like that all the time, you guys. There's one other thing here. Let me pause that. I got one person. I had to take a screenshot of this because it was on a video from an ad that I did for 4th of July. And I knew it was going to be getting taken down. Every time we do a discount sale at the end, we take down all the ad videos. And this person left a testimonial on the ad video. So I said, I'll just take a screenshot. So you're looking at the screenshot. Epic Destiny here. And again, more of the same things, right? If you're feeling lost, obsessed, desperate, or like you're on some impossible twin flame mission to save the world, just join Kurt's program. You're not crazy. You're just waking up. Kurt doesn't give you fluff or false hope. He points you straight to what's real. Nothing and everything being itself, right? Nothing and everything. The duality, the yin and yang, right? It's an illusion, guys. The real reality is beyond the illusion of duality of the physical world and the mind. It's this being. It's this divine essence. And you don't think your way there. You don't understand how to do that. You just are that. You just are that. Again, we'll get into that in today's video. And they finish by saying, as a student of Kurt, I can say from experience, it works. This journey transformed my life. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Epic Destiny. What a great testimonial that was. Okay, so let's go back to here. I'm going to share a few more testimonials. Then we'll do some teachings. Again, I've got this whole playlist on my YouTube channel. You just go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, scroll down a bit, and you'll find this. Now, I don't expect you to sit there and watch every single one of these videos. You might watch these student interviews. You know, people that are married to their twin flame. Yeah, what are they talking about? What are they saying? They're gonna tell you the same thing. The mind is what focuses on an outcome. That's what pushes them away. That's the twin flame push-pull, right? It's mechanics. It's mechanics. So the harder you focus on your twin, the harder they're going to focus on anything but you. And that's what all the mental stuff that you're seeing on the internet is getting you to do. You see all these people talking about healing and clearing your chakras and clearing your karma and balancing your inner feminine and masculine and doing the mirror exercise and doing the violet flame chant and I don't know, whatever, all kinds of stuff that keep you focused on your twin flame and keep you in the mind. And what I'm telling you is you're a soul, body, mind, soul, and you were the soul first before you ever even came into this life. A newborn baby has no sense of conceptual self at all. It's called a personality, the ego mind, the personality mask, the mask of self, this identity. It's a collection of retained thought and emotional patterns that you've been hanging on to since you were a child, right? That forms by the age of 7 or 8. And again, it's a bunch of experiences and emotions and beliefs and dispositions, thinking, emotion, and that's fine. That's what that is. And it builds up. And by the age of 7 or 8, it kind of starts to congeal into what it's going to be, right? But what about the newborn baby? Let's go back to that. Think about it. What's going on inside the newborn baby? Just nothing? It's just empty? No, guys. Consciousness, awareness, and only that. There's no thinking. Consciousness is not thought. Consciousness is the awareness, which could be aware of thought, yes, but you don't need thought to be consciousness. This is why meditation is so important. It's so instrumental in this. The mind is what focuses on an outcome because the mind is duality. That's the way the mind functions. It operates on duality. It looks at the world and it says, this is the way it is. I don't like it. It should be like this. Yin, yang, past, future. I'm here. I got to get there, right? What I'm telling you is number one, that's not you. You're the consciousness. You're like the newborn baby. The consciousness was there first. A soul reincarnates into a new body. The only thing that's in the new body, the newborn baby, is consciousness. Why? Because that's the soul. It's just awareness. There's no thought or emotion. It's just isness. It's just being. It doesn't care about any outcomes. That's your twin flame. That's the soul. And these are the teachings of the ancients. There's a book I have all my students read called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You probably heard me talk about this. And Eckhart Tolle is essentially the modern day Buddha, right? The name of the first chapter of his book is You Are Not Your Mind. First thing he wants to talk about with you. We believe ourselves to be this mental mask, this person, right? But again, that kind of starts to form pretty much around the age of 7 or 8. That's not what was there first. What was there first was consciousness, the soul. That's your twin flame. You got to align with your soul. Twin flames are the same soul. And you don't think your way there. You just are consciousness. Again, people who meditate, they just are this awareness. You can be aware of thinking and emotion going on, but you're aware that you are the awareness. And you already are that right now. You can go meditate and experience that right now. You're trying to understand, how do I get into consciousness? You don't get into consciousness. The thinker, you think that you're a thinker. You think that you are this thinking, animated person. That's a mask. It's an illusion. That's not you. You are not trying to understand me when I say that you are consciousness. Here's another thing that you can do. Um, let me pause this. I'm going to pull this up for you guys. There's a documentary film that you should go watch. So read that book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read that book. And then here we go. Is this going to work? Okay. So there's this documentary film that I have everybody watch. It's called Samadhi. And there's 3 parts. They're coming out with a part 4 soon. Make sure that you watch part 1 first. I don't know why you would skip it. Some people, I don't know. I got to get to part 3 because I got to know I got to get my twin flame back. So just get me to the end. No, watch part 1 or else the rest of them won't make sense to you. And if you met your twin flame, this film is going to make a lot of sense, you guys. It's absolutely free on YouTube. Again, this film is introducing you to the fact that you are not this mask of self. You're not the thinker or the emotional self. Guys, That came from the soul. You think that you are a thinker and an emotional feeler. That's not you. You are not thinking. You are not feeling emotions. It's beyond that, you guys. It's this quiet essence of stillness. It's infinite, it's unchanged. You don't think your way there, you don't become it. You are that. The thinking just covered it up, right? And you don't need to work through the thinking patterns. That's another myth. I got to dig my way out. No, 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 no. You just are that today. You could be free of the mind today. So go check out that documentary film, read that book. I got some other resources for you that I'll share with you here in just a moment. Again, if you're curious, you can listen to some of these wonderful people talk about it. They'll share their experiences with you. Um, how did they do it, right? How did they do it? Here's Gretel. She's married to her twin flame. Carly, she said she didn't want her twin flame, and he wants her. Boy, does he want her. He will not leave her alone. Still to this day, he would love to be with her, but she just doesn't like him that much now. I don't know. And again, guys, that's another one of those myths. You have to be with your twin. That's not her twin flame, right? That's this addictive, toxic belief system about twin flames. Like you're obligated to be with them and you have to stay obsessed with the person in order to get them back. It's ridiculous. No, guys, you get a choice. Your twin flame comes back and you either get to say yes or no, which is hella better than just having them run, you know? Hella better. You don't have to be with your twin, but again, you can. I got a bunch here that are married to their twin flame. Most of the videos on this playlist, you're watching video number 109. Again, I don't expect you to watch all these, but most of the rest of these are going to be a lot like the one you're watching right now, where I kind of just go around my YouTube channel and I showcase testimonials that people leave all over my YouTube channel. Kurt, we're getting married. We're taking a vacation, right? I do reuse these thumbnail pictures, by the way, but these are all individual, unique videos on this playlist. And again, the real reason I'm doing this is just to show you the overwhelming evidence that, yeah, my teachings work, guys. And it's clear why they work. You got to do soul stuff, guys. You and your twin flame are the same soul. If you're approaching this through the mind, they run. That whole push-pull, like why they run, it's mechanical, you guys. It's mechanical. It's not anxious avoidant or anxious attachment or avoidant attachment. No, and all that psychological stuff is fine to do if you had met a soulmate. Let's talk about that real quick. I got this free masterclass here. If you want to go check it out, there's a link in the description of this video. If you're watching on YouTube, it's down below. There's a link. If you're watching on Facebook, it's up above. There's a link to go check out this masterclass. It's called The Number One Mistake Everybody Makes on the Twin Flame Journey, where I'm going to compare soulmates to twin flames. And then I'm going to compare the stuff that you hear people say about twin flames. And I'm going to show you, yeah, this is for soulmates. This is the biggest myth about twin flames on the internet, guys. Everybody's treating this like soulmates. Because the thing is, with a soulmate, which there's no such thing. It's a conventional relationship. It's a conventional romantic relationship. You could work on your attachment style and do some kind of psychological stuff and do some healing and sit down and talk it out with the person and work things out with them. And that might actually work with a soulmate, right? Why? Because it's your personality and my personality, and our two personalities have to be a good complement. Right, that's the mind, the personality. That's soulmates. With your twin flame, none of that stuff works. You don't need to do any of that stuff, guys. This is totally different than soulmates. And that's the biggest myth about twin flames on the internet. It's the soulmate myth. Everybody treats this like soulmates. It's not. It doesn't work anything like it, guys. So go check this out. By the way, I've got more testimonials on here too. Of course. There's John. That's him and his twin flame there. They're married. I took his course in January of 2021, and it will change your life. I am now married to my twin flame. Tanaya, Kurt has forever changed my life. I took his course, watched it 4 times, followed it to a T, and 1 month later, my twin came in and proposed to me out of nowhere. Ruxar, she's one of the student interviews here. This one right here, the second one, she's married to her twin flame. So that's this gal here on the right. Francesca, same thing. She's with her twin flame. Gretel and Baya, also those two are student interviews that I've done on here. They're both married to their twin flame. There's Baya. Her twin flame actually proposed to her in Colorado, where I live. I live in Colorado, right? Here's Gretel. By the way, I did even extended interviews with my married students for my introduction to the journey coaching program. So there's like, I want to say 2.5 hours of additional content where we talk about what is it really like to be with them? What are some of the setbacks that you experienced? We talked about the myths. This works way different, you guys, than the internet is telling you that it does. There's also, if you keep scrolling down, there's more testimonials. Oh my God. Maya, she's with her twin flame. How do you say that? Sritma. Masna, she's with her twin flame. Jamel, she's with her twin flame. Shirley, with her twin flame. Nola, Beck, Amber, everybody. This person, she's with her twin flame. Mary, same thing. I mean, it just goes on and on. I've helped thousands, you guys. Um, okay, let's talk about some more free resources. Again, there's this playlist on my YouTube channel, guys. Go check it out. 144 videos where I bust all the myths and I tell you what this is really all about. This first video here, excuse me, it's first for a reason, guys, where I explain to you why we are using the words separation and union, and for that matter, detaching. There's another word that you hear people in these twin flame chat rooms and Facebook groups use. Why are they using those words? I'm going to give you the truth about that because those words come from the Zen traditions, not twin flames. What I think happened is somebody who was on a twin flame journey borrowed the Zen teachings and applied it to their situation, and it worked. Their twin flame came back, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm telling you, you are not your mind. These are the great teachings of all the spiritual masters: Buddha, Jesus, Paramahansa Yogananda, Eckhart Tolle, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, the big names, guys. You're this essence of consciousness. You are not your mind. The mind is what focuses outside. The mind is what wants to accomplish a goal. I'm telling you to stop doing that. Go within and let things be the way they are. That's when your twin flame comes back. It's a paradox. It works the opposite of the way that you think it would. And that's where these words came from. These words come from the Zen traditions, guys, not twin flames. So if you were to go on, Google and type in Ram Dass, here, I'll show you. I'll just do it right now. Here. Fuck it. Let me just show you. Let's see. Google. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, hold on. Okay. Is it going to work? Okay. Uh, is it okay? Ram Dass. Das separation. Yep. The predicament of the separate self. Hmm. In Ram Dass's teachings, the illusion of separation refers to the mind's tendency to create a false sense of being an isolated, distinct individual from the universe and other beings. Wow, the AI actually got something right for once. How about that? Ram Dass, escaping the prison of separateness. So he's talking about the mind, separation from source. And if we were to type in union or unity, dissolving the illusion of separation and realizing our shared divine essence. Right. Sound familiar? I've been talking about that this whole time, guys. That's where these words come from. And just to be clear, they don't come from Ram Dass. He's just using the teachings. But it's these teachings, guys. Rupert Spira, he refers to the mind as separation. It's the separate self. Eckhart Tolle, he's talked about that. The mind looks at the world as though everything is separate from itself. But union or unity is this experience of oneness within, guys. That's what those words are. Like I said, somebody who met their twin flame, I think, must have borrowed it and started using the teachings and got a result. But now, years later, the internet comes along, gets a hold of the teachings and mixes it all up. And now nobody remembers, at least in the twin flame community, what the words are. You guys think it's a relationship status with your twin flame, don't ya? No, those are states of consciousness. And I bet you if real spiritual teachers, not the New Agers, not the woo woo stuff on the internet, guys, not the pop culture stuff, but real spiritual masters, if they saw what y'all were doing, all of you twin flames in these twin flame communities using the words that way, they would think that was very peculiar. Like, why? What? How did you guys? They would be so confused. Like, how did you guys come to the conclusion that it's a relationship status? No, guys, no. That's not what that is. That's what they would say. That's what they would say. So these are the true twin flame teachings. And you've been using these words this whole time, haven't you? You've been using those words this whole time. The true twin flame teachings have been right under your nose this whole time, guys. Right here, right under your nose. You've been using those words the whole time. You're just using them wrong, guys. The, the twin flame community is playing a game of telephone with those words. That's not what those words are, guys. Those are states of consciousness. And if you use the teachings properly, your twin flame will come back. But again, you can't be doing anything to get your twin flame to come back. It's a paradox. That's the teaching of union or unity. It's that I'm already not separate from my twin flame. There's not two of us. The 3D and mental realities, the body and the mind, is actually an illusion, a very realistic one, but an illusion nonetheless. Ultimate reality is unity, oneness. Right, you are your twin flame, and you don't think your way there. Go watch the Samadhi movie. Go watch the Samadhi movie, read The Power of Now. Check out some of my other videos here on this playlist. This is like every question that I've ever been asked about twin flames on this playlist. I even have a video where I teach you how to meditate. You could go check that out. Oh, this is a good one. Let me show you something from here. Is it? Yeah, it's right here. Let me see if I can cue it up. Psychology. Actually, I got a better idea. Hold on. I got a better idea. I'll just pull up the article right now. You guys are going to think this is interesting. Here, look at this. This is a peer-reviewed psychology article where they're talking about spontaneous spiritual awakenings, which is what meeting your twin flame triggers, right? But these two people, they're not talking about twin flames. They're talking about anybody that has a spontaneous spiritual awakening. Anybody who does, which most people on earth that have a spontaneous spiritual awakening, the vast majority of them, It's triggered by something else, not a twin flame. Twin flame is one way out of many. So, what are some of the other ways? A near death experience, almost dying, right? The death of a loved one, terminal illness, maybe you recover from it, your life kind of just falling apart. Eckhart Tolle, he's such an example. Jim Carrey, he's another example. The life situation kind of falls apart and they have a spontaneous awakening. So that's what these two people are talking about. These are psychologists. And basically, what they're saying in this article is, hey guys, why don't we take a second look at these people? Because I don't think that they're actually crazy. I think maybe there is something else going on with these people that's beyond mind. And we should honor that. We should try to figure out if there's a way to tell if that's what it is instead of just going, they're crazy. Because the thing is eventually you come out of the dark night of the soul and you start to have all these weird experiences like leaving your body and kundalini and psychic visions about the future, which come true. Very important. And most of them come through your heart, by the way. Most of them come through the heart. Now that I've done that bit of setup with this article, again, discussing anybody's spontaneous spiritual awakening, look at the word that they use right here. Look at that. Why are they using that word? Union? What? Yeah, they're not talking about twin flames, guys. They're talking about a state of consciousness. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this article is to demonstrate the fact that these teachings are out there and they're in use a lot by a lot of people, spiritual teachers, and even curious onlookers, such as a couple of psychologists that are trying to understand things. They're going to use the lingo, guys, and they're using it the proper way, right? I'll go ahead and link this article for you in the description of this video. But yeah, this is, they're even talking about spontaneous Kundalini awakenings. So union, a complete non-dual merging or experience of oneness. Oneness, union, right. So I just wanted to bust that myth. Those are not relationship statuses, my friends. Excuse me. So go check out this playlist. Every kind of twin flame question that you can think of. Also, I've got this playlist, Twin Flame Science, where I explain the very rational answer as to what a twin flame could possibly be. Well, yeah, what are twin flames? What is that? Well, you're the same soul. Yeah, but how? And here's what I figured out. Your twin flame, best answer, they are one of your past lives. I kid you not, as in someday when your twin flame does the thing that we call die, they go back up to heaven, and then they're going to reincarnate, and they're going to be you. They're going to be born into your body and live your life. And the reason that you can tell that they are one of your past lives is because of the push-pull with your twin flame. That's why they run. Again, it's mechanics. It's mechanics. It's not psychological. It's not, again, anxious attachment or avoidant attachment or anything like that. And I explain that more deeply in this video. I mean, most people, you can tell from the views, most people are watching this video called Your Twin Flame is Your Past Life. What you should really do is watch What Are Twin Flames, guys. That's what you should really do. Because I'm going to break down the specifics and the science of it. This is a very grounded, rational, down-to-earth, scientifically viable explanation. And I know that word science gets thrown around a lot these days by people that don't know what they're talking about. But this is not the same. Is there reincarnation? Yes. Is there time? No, not really. Okay. Well, then you can hop all around in time when you reincarnate. Most people think that for you to reincarnate necessarily means that you're going to go forward in time each time you reincarnate. But that's not true. These higher planes where supposedly we go when we die, science is proving that these higher planes exist. Not necessarily heaven, but the fact that there are higher planes. They just don't know how high they go. But they've proven the existence of some of the lower planes. And what they're going to tell you about higher planes is there's no time on those higher planes. All points in time happen simultaneously from that higher point of view. So you can go back and forth all over when you reincarnate. If that's the way that works, again, you die, you go up to a higher plane, you can go all over the place. Now, I'm not going to get too much more deeply into that. Just go watch this video, What Are Twin Flames, where I do a deep dive on the science, how you can tell. The most likely explanation is your twin flame is one of your past lives. And by the way, that's why they run. It's energy. It's not psychology. It's called the second law of thermodynamics, which has to do with entropy and the displacement of energy in energy systems. So just go check it out. I think you'll find it fascinating. It's a very grounded, rational, down to earth explanation for this phenomenon, which explains how it could be that you guys are the same soul. It explains the push pull, why they run, and it complies with pretty basic laws of science. Pretty cool, guys. Go check it out. This whole playlist is a treasure trove. This one here, Twin Flame Science, and then, of course, this one here, the True Twin Flame Teachings. Last but not least, there's my website. There's more testimonials. Oh my God. So let's talk about those really fast, and then we'll talk about the coaching. Hannah, I joined the Introduction to the Journey. That's my twin flame coaching. And after 1 week, my twin contacted me and came to meet me to talk. SJ, we already saw her. She's one of my student interviews. Claire, within 4 to 5 weeks of practicing Kurt's methods and attending online calls, my twin flame unblocked me. He even apologized. What? Same thing with Tanja. Her twin flame unblocked her. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. You got no way to get a hold of your twin flame at all. You couldn't even talk to them if you tried. And you did some magically bullshit to get them to unblock you? Yeah. And again, the way this really works is you're not really doing any kind of magically bullshit. You're just going within and letting the person go and being the soul. Your twin flame is your soul. You just got to be the soul. Well, Kurt, how do I do that? Yeah, just go watch the Samadhi movie. Read The Power of Now, right? It's not a doing. It's a being. Also, Jessica here, same thing. She's with her twin flame. Leo, she got her twin flame to come back. Joy, she's with her twin flame. Nancy, same thing. Vanessa, same thing. Jennifer, Samira, Natalja, oh my God. And I got more here too. If you click this button, there's like text-based testimonials. There's about 80 in here. You guys, I got testimonials coming out the yin yang. It's unbelievable how many people I've helped. Last but not least, of course, there's my paid coaching. It's affordable. It's not thousands. And it's the only proven twin flame coaching system. Full stop. Full stop, guys. Which, in that respect, it really doesn't matter how much it is. But still, I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg. I even have payment plans. So I'll take the total price of the coaching system and break it up into 6 payments so you can get started for very little. You get immediate access to the coaching videos. The coaching video system is over 40 hours long, and I'm not going to come back and go, oh, I need more money to give you the rest of the teachings. No, You get everything in the video system, and then you can still talk to me when you're done. There's the coaching calls, the Facebook group. You can still talk to me, even though I've already given you everything in the coaching videos. I don't leave anything out, guys. How to get all the way to the end to where you guys are together or whatever. It's all in there. You pay me one time and you keep the videos. All right, guys, cool video.